I put a lot on myself during that time. Like, it was just like, why is my life like this? What have I done? Like, all of the negative talk, I think, because I was just so ashamed of this is where my life has gotten to. It's tough. I think that's probably still the biggest scar.
Yeah.
Like, it triggers me. It's like the early days of divorce. I remember like I'm sleeping maybe 3 hours a night. Like, I'm broken. Like I have no energy for anything else.
If you could talk to the old Sharon now, having been through all of it, knowing what you know, what would you say to her?
When I look back, I'm just so grateful.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful that I can actually sit here and smile. And it's interesting to see from the outside perspective.
Yeah, but I feel like you were somehow held back a bit on fulfilling your full purpose, on being your authentic self whilst you were in that marriage.
Okay. God gave me the child that I needed.
Sure.
And that I still need. And this boy has been the biggest motivation and the biggest blessing. Let's Talk DXB. Real conversations by real people. Happy Saturday. Anne's like, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? So Podster invited me to bring in someone from my family for a family special takeover of Let's Talk DXB. And of course it had to be Anne. If people actually know me and do not know Anne, then sorry, you don't actually know me. I talk about Anne all the time. My cousin, my sister. So the last time I got Anne into Let's Talk DXB was 3 years ago.
3 whole years. Can you imagine?
I don't know where the time's gone.
It's crazy.
You did Divorced in Dubai with me. And oh my goodness. And you just admitted yesterday was the first time you watched it back after 3 years.
Literally, I have not watched that episode this whole time. I was like, nope, don't want to know, don't want to see it.
I don't want to hear it.
And I was like, oh, actually, maybe I should before she gets me back in there.
Look at the good host getting prepared.
I know, right?
I haven't watched it for I think I've watched 20 minutes and then I was like, it's too deep. I couldn't. I just have to leave it there. Let it do its thing. Yeah. So we're back 3 years on. Almost like next week will be 3 years to the day that we recorded episode 1.
Because I feel like you messaged me that time when I was in Ghana. This time too when I was in Ghana.
It must be a Ghana thing.
What's
you
the
leave me
message?
here and I'm like, come on, Anne, let's get back in the studio. So I'm going to let you do a Let's Talk takeover for this family episode for Podster and ask me anything. I'm a bit nervous actually because I'm like, I don't know. Last time you came with the questions.
Wow,
I
don't know where they came from.
You got me sharing my business, which is not what I usually do. But I'm so grateful to God, actually, that he gave both of us the courage to do that because it was not an easy conversation.
No.
And we're back.
We are back. Where do we start?
Yeah.
So first of all, how are you?
How am I
today? Generally, in life, how are you?
Today I'm really tired. I feel like I look a bit sleepy. The week before I was overwhelmed. I'm feeling a little bit more calm. But I'm good. I'm feeling lighter. I think it's day by day. But today, a bit sleepy, but I'm feeling good. Yeah, less overwhelmed today.
Okay, so 3 years have gone by. What have you been doing in those 3 years? Obviously, Let's Talk.
Yeah.
We've seen that grow and evolve.
Yeah.
Since that first episode that we did, which was crazy. Like, I didn't even think you'd release it.
I didn't think I'd release it either.
And then one day I woke up and I had all these messages from my friends, from family. And I was like, did I miss something?
They're like, Sharon's divorced. I just asked her about her husband last week. Yeah, it was a lot of things. Yeah, 3 years. So yeah, obviously 3 years since Let's Talk, almost 4 years since divorce, actually. Yeah, this year will be 4 years. So what have I been doing?
Yeah.
I've been living out the purpose that God designed because I felt like that he definitely challenged me to start seeing myself for who he designed me to be. So I think I've reflected a lot on actually what is it that needed to come out of this and how did I need to evolve and heal and do better. So I'm still on that becoming journey, but I've been enjoying it. I would say the first year or two post-divorce, tough, obviously, figuring it out, raising Zane, all of the things, working still, building Let's Talk. And now it's still tough, but a different type of tough, right? I'm trying to elevate myself, push myself, develop myself, balance everything. So there's times of overwhelm. But when I look back, I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful that I can actually sit here and smile and I didn't think I'd get to this point 3 years ago.
At which point did you was it like a click that suddenly you're like, actually, I'm okay now? Or was it like a gradual?
Oh, it's
Or was there a
gradual.
point?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's seasons, right? I think the first season was like survival mode. And I don't think I really appreciated all that came with divorce. I think when that episode was like, as I was unraveling, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. And I think it's now I'm healed from my decision to get divorced. I'm navigating solo parenting. I've been doing it for almost 3 years. Still tough. It comes with a lot, like parenting in general.
Yeah.
But knowing and understanding what single parents go through and living through it, it's heavy sometimes. But I'm accepting the reality. And I'm just like loving on me again, loving me time. As you know, I love my own company and I love to travel alone. And I'm just so grateful that I actually found the courage to even just get up and try and live for myself again without it all being consumed in Zane. And obviously he's such a priority for me, but I needed to also live for myself. And I think I was like, life moves so fast and it's so short. And I just went through a season of, I want to start living my life fully. And that's where it started to feel a bit lighter. It's still not perfect. I think there's still times of like, oh, this is a lot, but it's better. Yeah.
Okay. So what's the biggest lesson that you took from that period of your life? Like if you could talk to the old Sharon now, having been through all of it, knowing what you know, what would you say to her?
I think it's okay when you go through seasons of what looks ugly. It doesn't look that great because you know us as well. This Virgo mentality we have, it has to be perfect and it needs to be this. And I'm just embracing the chaos and being okay in chaos and knowing that you will get through that season of chaos and not being so hard on myself.
Yeah.
I put a lot on myself during that time. Like it was just like, why is my life like this? What have I done? Like all of the negative talk, I think, because I was just so ashamed of this is where my life has gotten to. But actually, look what's flourished from it, actually. I think I'm
So much.
a healthier version of myself now. And I think I needed to go through that ugliness and the reality that life is not perfect, and which I've known in different pockets, but not in this way. Yeah. So I think, and I didn't know myself. If I go back to that episode, the 20 minutes that I watched, I was like, I didn't know myself at all. Like I didn't know who God had designed me to be. And I think when you don't know yourself, you make certain choices in life, reflecting back on like, how did I get here? How did I choose that particular person? You know, all of these things. I didn't know who God had, like what he had placed in me and what he had desired for me. So I think that was a big wake-up call.
It's all part of the journey. And would you have done anything differently? Would you have done everything exactly the same?
I don't think I would have done anything differently. Maybe I would have done better to kind of just express a bit more. I was hiding a lot, as you know. I think in that episode, I did not talk about a lot of things. So I think in hindsight, having more safe spaces to actually talk about what I was going through rather than pretending it was all okay earlier on, I think that would have just helped in general. Wise counsel, I think, is so important. So once you find that counsel, not shutting yourself off. I think other than that, no. I mean, it's all part of it, right?
Even when you first found out and you kind of sat with it because, you know, you were like, oh, well, you know, I'm pregnant, I'm in this position, I should believe him. I mean, it's him, right? I know him. Would you have changed anything? Would you have maybe dug a bit deeper and, I don't know, asked more questions?
Yeah, I think now the mature Sharon, even
the questions.
Mature Sharon. Yeah, the questions. I love a good conversation. And not just surface level. I was always like, oh, I don't want to seem like I'm being like, yeah, but like not even like, or like too much. You know, why would I ask these type of deep? And I didn't have the language either. I think the decision I made to get married, I was not mature enough because I didn't have the maturity of actually what does it take to be married and how do you unpick the ugly about, you know, both sides. You know, there's trauma, there's childhood stuff. Like I didn't even understand what that could mean in a marriage and how it could impact that adult version of the person that you're marrying. And even myself as well, like unpicking like, am I truly mature? Am I ready to have mature conversations? So even before divorce, I just think I didn't have the right language to ask the right questions, to choose wisely whether now was the time to get married and whether that was the person I should get married to. So yeah, I think the wisdom now,
Yeah.
I've learned quite a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah. And through all of that, obviously, you then became a single mother, raising a boy.
Oh, my Zane.
I know. How have you navigated that?
It's tough. I think that's probably still the biggest scar.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it triggers me
Yeah.
when I think about these things, and I'm navigating it and I'm trying my best, but I don't know. It's day by day. It's day by day. Like, I love the bond, and I'm so grateful that God has given me this bond with Zane. I'm still mindful that there is a gap in that bond, because I'm not a father, I'm not his dad, but you know, he has his relationship in whatever dynamic it looks like now. It's tough.
Yeah.
Because you just want the best for them as well. So I put a lot of like weight on myself to be like, oh, is he getting enough? You know me already. I am doing a lot of things.
A lot.
So there's that guilt of like, I'm doing this, but I can't be at home. I can't do bedtime. You know, all of these things. I think any parent navigates, whether it's 2-parent household or single parent. I think if you're productive and you've got ambitions, that's always going to be a hard thing to juggle. It's day by day. But I always say, when people ask me about like Zane, I'm like, God gave me the child that I needed.
Sure.
And that I still need. Like, God, maybe he knew the season that I was going through. And this boy has been the biggest motivation and the biggest blessing. And he's a character. And that even just motivates me. My son. But he's such a blessing, and it got me out of bed. Like the early days of divorce, I remember like I'm sleeping maybe 3 hours a night, and I am awake and I'm crying, and you know, all the things, the stuff that you have to go through. And then I'd hear him from his room like, "Mummy," and I was like, okay, I need to get up. He deserves to go to nursery. He deserves to go to nursery on time. Even last week, I'm exhausted. And we're up most of the time in our house, 5:30, as you know. And he sleeps in his own room. Like he's very much like independent in that way. But he'll come in. I'm like, okay, you have to get up, Sharon. And I just let my feet touch the ground and we go. And it's just that. That's it, really. You just do it.
Keep going for him.
That's the only thing. He's been such a blessing in this whole journey, as tough as it is. But yeah, he is my motivation for sure.
What do you want him to take out of all of this? Like, what would you tell him?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet, actually. I mean, I want him to see a very resourceful, hardworking mother who's fully living out her purpose. So when he cares, I explain the stuff that I'm doing. Like, I'll take him to my office. He's been to my office, so he sees where Mummy works. And sometimes if I'm home late, this is where I am. I've taken him to the studio before. He came to the first live event at the end. So I want him to see a mother that is fully living out her purpose. I think obviously he's wise enough to know that I am the only parent in the household and I'm doing a lot for him. But I want him to know that I'm living for myself, and I want him to see a mother that's happy and healthy
and
healed. So I've been very intentional in my own healing journey for myself, and also for him to see, you know, what it can look like in this dynamic. So I think that's important, because I want him to fully embrace who he is, live in his purpose and his talents. I found out mine a lot later in life. That's why I say I didn't know who I was and who God designed me to be. I didn't know, actually. He's helped me to discover a lot over the last 3-4 years. And just a mother that was like brave enough to choose herself and choose what was healthy for herself. And I hope he agrees.
And for him.
I hope he agrees. And for him, I hope he does agree that later on in life, once he understands. So yeah, that's it for now. Yeah.
Well, he's definitely a character, and you're doing an amazing job. There's nobody that meets this boy that doesn't walk away with a lasting impression of him. So you're doing all the right things as far as I can see.
Grace,
you touched on your healing journey. What's been the biggest thing? Because definitely I know your faith has been a big part of that. You have grown so much in that because you've leaned a lot on your faith during this time, right from the beginning. Obviously, therapy, Let's Talk has been a big part of it as well. Definitely. So how has that looked like for you, like your healing, your journey?
All of the pockets you've said, definitely. I mean, I've always said I was a Christian, but I never really, if I really actually look back in terms of like my maturity there, and actually I think just my relationship with God as an individual at an individual level was very up and down. I didn't really know him, right? So And yeah, I think the reality of when you go through stuff like this, you can go two ways. You're either going to spiral that way and give up complete hope in life and just figure it out yourself, or you're going to, and I ran, and I'm still running to him, because it was such a big deal for like marriage. I think marriage is beautiful, and I loved being a wife. And it's just unfortunate my version of marriage didn't align with that person's version of marriage. So it really was such a big thing for me to decide to get divorced, and what it means for my son, what it means for me. So I needed understanding from a biblical stance, and I needed my relationship with God to help me navigate, how am I going to do this? And how will I release the shame of divorce and those titles that I kept on like, it was hanging over me. So that therapy was the biggest blessing ever. And there's still pockets of it that I still do. You know, as I go through different seasons, I'm like, I need to talk through this. Yeah. You know, when I decide, or if I find that right person for me, for sure, I'm going back into therapy, because there'll be triggers, right? And, you know, I need to make sure that I've got the right language. I need to make sure that I've got the right understanding as I rebuild my family, what this means for Zayn, because, you know, for me, that's such a big thing.
Number one,
So all of these things. So I'm so grateful that I took I should have done it years ago, to be honest. I mean, as always. But there's seasons and there's times.
Yeah.
And I think just expressing myself. Like, I've never been an open person before.
Yeah. Look at you now.
Listen, I love a good, solid
gosh.
conversation in safe spaces.
Always.
Yeah,
Chatty.
always.
Chatty Betty.
I'm going to challenge as well, and challenge my thought and understand, okay, why am I thinking like this? Or why do I feel like this? Or if I'm in a certain situation, why am I feeling more anxious? Or whatever it may be, I really try to, the self-awareness is really important for me now. And I never had that before, actually. Yeah. So I think it's evolving, but it's still an ongoing healing journey, because you'll go through waves. I still go through waves of like, okay, this is tough. Life is hard. Or I want to do this. And you know, I'm a single mom, how am I going to navigate this? And I have to really sit back and talk to myself and pray over it and all of these things. So I think you'll always be there, but I think I've got the wisdom to know that I need to be doing that to continuously better myself.
Yeah. And I think definitely you're a whole different person. Like, there's so many, let's talk, for example. So like, if you were still married, your life would be
wouldn't be this.
Completely different.
No.
Like, you would not be doing half of the things that you're doing now.
No. Absolutely
and
not.
I just think, wow, like,
it's interesting you say that, because obviously you know me, like you were in the trench. You've always been in my trenches. So we were in the this is one thing with our family. We are in the trenches together. And I'm so grateful for that, because not a lot of people even have that dynamic, right?
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see from the outside perspective.
Yeah.
Because I know I've evolved, and you can only see so much of it, right? You're just getting on with life and you're trying to do your best. But yeah, it's interesting to see.
I feel like you were somehow held back a bit on fulfilling your full purpose, on being your authentic self whilst you were in that marriage.
Okay.
And I definitely see that now.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be, you just wouldn't be, because there wouldn't be that encouragement.
No.
Even to start with, to even.
No, it wouldn't make sense either.
No.
And I probably wouldn't ever think, like, why would I do something like this? No, when I say I didn't see myself, and in the most challenging situation and season is when God decides to say, hey, get up, this is what you're going to do. And I'm like, no, like, I'm broken, like I have no energy for anything else. And he was like, get up. He had to show me in that season, this is what I've designed you to do, and this is what you're capable of doing at your lowest point. It doesn't make sense. Anytime I talk about it, it's like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I've definitely changed. I've definitely become a lot more open. Even people that I've spoken to or known since university, they're like, you just seem so much lighter.
Yeah.
I've never seen this version of you before. And maybe I've always been quite like, I've been closed, right?
Yeah.
I'll let you in to a certain degree and then that's it. Like, I feel like I've definitely shedded layers of myself in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. Okay. Where else? Obviously through Let's Talk, which has been a big factor in your journey, part of your healing for sure. Because you have thrown yourself into it. I mean, I have a friend that asks me all the time, like, how does Sharon do it with everything that she's doing? And she still does Let's Talk. She's consistent. She consistently posting. She's doing live events. She's doing everything. How does she do it? I'm like, honestly, I don't even know myself.
I don't know either.
Yes.
I don't know
I
either.
have no idea at this point. I'm just like, she just doesn't sleep.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
That's why I'm tired today.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think the purpose is bigger than me. And I think with Let's Talk, because I've seen how it actually, and I'm a helper. Like
Yeah.
I've got this spirit of like, if I can help someone,
Yeah.
sometimes to my detriment because I'll go too far or whatever, but I like to help and I like to
Yeah.
see people grow and I don't ask anything of it.
Yeah.
So I know it's got a bigger purpose than me talking about my divorce.
Yeah.
If there's content that is inspiring others, if I'm encouraging people through being able to sit here now and openly talk about divorce and not be broken as I was then. And so I know it's bigger than me. And honestly, it would have to be because there's no way I would do this.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
I have Zane to raise. I have a household to look after. I
Full-time
have a
job.
full-time job. I have, other ambitions as well. Like
Yeah.
I'm a productive person.
Yeah.
So this it has to be bigger than me for me to be motivated, to be consistent, to do a full day's work, come home, do what I need to do for Zane, and then get back on doing Let's Talk. So it's only the grace of God.
Yeah.
And I think, again, because he showed me what I was capable of doing and what he wanted to use me for, I'm just honoring the gift he's given me.
Yeah.
So people ask me this all the time. I was like, I don't know. You need to be a fly on the wall in my house, honestly. And sometimes I need to actually just like watch myself back because it's a lot. But yeah.
Definitely. Well, like you said, you've had loads of there's loads of topics that you've touched on in Let's Talk, which has been helpful to a lot of people. You know, you've had so many people on there.
Yeah, I'm so grateful for that as well because I've learned from every single
exactly.
episode.
And I think I see that because I see when you talk to me about, you know, who you're having on Let's Talk and what they're coming to talk about and their journey and their story.
Yeah.
You love that. I just see you almost like come alive because you love that. You love hearing people's stories and finding out more about them on how they did it and their journey and that. There was one in particular which it was about friendship. I think she was called Dr. Bissy.
Oh, and Dr. Bissy's coming back. So
she?
the next Let's Talk Live, she confirmed friendship and loneliness.
Amazing. Yeah, it's such
I'm
a
looking
big
forward
topic
to
as
that
well.
event. Yeah.
Especially in Dubai and for you going through that season of your life, like how was that in terms of your relationships with family, with friends? Like, were there people that maybe showed up for you that you didn't expect, or people that didn't show up for you that you had expected?
Yeah. Do you know what I always say? It's like these like big moments, weddings,
That's when you
funerals,
find
and
out.
now as she divorced, I guess I've been through all three.
Yeah.
You sit and you hear so many people's scenarios, like they've had best friends of like childhood friends and they go and do their wedding and then the friendship is over.
Finished.
Or, you know, they've lost a loved one. We've seen like obviously when we lost dad, the dynamics of that and how people show up or don't show up.
Everything.
And through maturity, you learn that actually there'll be seasons where you lose people. I think I've been through enough different seasons in life, losing my dad, my marriage dynamic, getting married, like where you just realize actually human nature, human beings, whatever it may be, it's not always going to stay the same. And I think the more you know that, you can go through that kind of friendship pain a bit differently, I think, with a bit more wisdom. I think divorce, I'm so blessed because I've had obviously you and, you know, Claudia, Yvonne, Kim, my sisters, you know, like the core family. And that was needed, you know, that solid foundation I'm so grateful for. Friendships, I've been quite lucky in Dubai. I've got a core group of friends that I think we've known each other now for 10 years.
Wow.
And they know me well enough when, you know, divorce, they gave me the space because I went very much like I isolated. I was figuring things out. There was no pressure to be like, oh, Sharon, why have you not responded to my message? You know, you get some people where they make it about them rather than this person just wants to be alone. Let me leave her.
Yeah.
So I'm so grateful for those friends. They know who they are. Like they have supported me, supported Zane, given me advice, all of the things where you don't always get that in Dubai, right?
Definitely.
So I'm so grateful that God has given me that solid friendship group. And, you know, I'm quite closed off with my space anyway. So those that have come through the other side with me, I know they're people that should be in my life and will continue by God's grace to be in my life. And yeah, I talked about on that episode, there was one friend and I was okay with that decision. And I think if anything, through wisdom, you realize that not everyone will, you know, come all the way with you in life and you wish that person well and you do what you need to do. So I think once you come in with that energy as well, because you can't hold on to that. There shouldn't be any bitterness. There shouldn't be like, there's no way I'm going to I've got enough to think about and do.
Yeah.
But you just realize you just have to know when to let people go. And I think that also comes with maturity, whether it's friendships and obviously I've done both sides, friendships and relationships. Sometimes you have to, you
Know when
ask
to let
yourself the
go.
questions and then you have to make the decision, and that's it. So yeah, I mean, the loneliness piece, of course, there were times I've gone through being in a relationship, married for 10 years, to then having to like solo parent, be at home alone. And I like my own company, as I think the people that know me well. I like my own company. So if that wasn't the hard thing, I don't seek and I think I'm so grateful that I'm able to sit by myself.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like being alone, whether that's relationships or just physically being by
in their house by
Yeah.
themselves. And that's, and everyone, each to their own. But I think also if you're not careful, you make the wrong decisions and the wrong choices.
Because of that.
And we'll probably touch on dating, but a lot of people shortly after my divorce, why don't you just go out on a date, get on the apps? I was like, no, I'm not going to let loneliness dictate me making unwise choices just to kind of fill a void. And by God's grace, because I am okay and I enjoy my own company and I'm productive, it's not like I can sit still and not have anything to do. There's always something for me to do.
Yeah.
So that kept me going as well. But yeah, the weight of loneliness, it's a thing. But I think you need to know how to navigate that in a healthy way. So you make wise decisions, or you lean on a safe network of friends or family and you channel that into something else, or you be productive. I've been able to build so much through my solo and single season. I've been able to parent Zayn and really get to know him. And that wasn't because I made a choice to be in my house. I don't want to be out. I don't want to be at brunches. I want to be at my house. I want to kind of really just take time for myself and for Zayn. So I'm grateful that I was able to navigate that. It's not easy though. I'm not sitting here I never felt lonely. I'm human, right? But I guess the wisdom to know how to deal with that emotion was there. Yeah.
Plus dating streets are wild.
So I hear. This
That'll
is what
be
I'm
for
hearing.
another episode.
I have nothing to add, but so I hear. Do you know, the only thing I think from hearing other people's stories, very real lived experiences, I just think people just need to be transparent. I think there's just a lot of, gaslighting, maybe manipulation, maybe selling dreams.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm honestly okay. If we go out once and we don't click and there's nothing, you don't need to pretend. Don't pretend to like me. And equally, if we go out and I think we don't click, I will have a very honest conversation because I'm not in the business of wasting people's time. I respect you enough. And I don't have time to have people waste my time. If I'm giving up an hour or two of my time, listen, I've got 20 other things on my to-do list where I'm okay, I'm going to sacrifice this and I will get up earlier the next day to do that. So I've literally sacrificed time. I think people just need to be honest.
People don't think like that though.
Yeah, I guess everyone's different, right?
Fortunately.
Transparency. And also I think for women, you also have a choice. If I see that our values don't align, or I'm very big on let your yes be yes and your no be no. Because obviously everything I've been through, right? I'm very big on, I will study you to be are you a man of your word? And we're not perfect. There might be times I'm yeah, Anne, I'm going to call you back. And I don't, right? But then eventually I'm really sorry, I'll call you back. Yeah. But if there is the inconsistency, if you say this, but your actions show this, I have a choice to remove myself. I'm not sitting in confusion. I'm not trying to analyze you for something else. So I think also, you have a choice to remove yourself from certain situations if you know it's not aligned.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's hard, right? Yeah. You might like the person's super attractive. You're oh no, it's going to work out. You just have to ask yourself those questions and think about, how does this make me feel? Yeah. Is this person making me feel anxious because he's not doing what he's saying he's going to do? Is he making me feel anxious because I don't know where I stand? I think if you really have to study, where do I fit into this person's life? Maybe he doesn't really like you enough.
Maybe.
And vice versa as well. Women, I know, if I'm not giving you my full attention and time because there's lots of other things I could be doing, maybe actually we don't click as much. And I need to just be honest with you and say, I don't think I'm I don't think I'm the right person for you. But we're not, from what I hear, these conversations are not happening.
Yeah.
And there's lots of confused people and lots of frustrated and exhausted people. But I'm hopeful. I mean, I love love, regardless of what I've been through. I'm a lover girl.
That's good.
But I'm just very clear
Yeah.
on my boundaries. I'm very clear on like how much time I'm going to invest in, because I've done a lot. I've had to like drag myself up to get to this point. So my peace of mind is so important to me. And I'm not saying you have to be perfect, but I think be transparent, right? And just be open. Yeah. And tell people if you want to date them, because I hear that's not a thing.
Is it? Okay.
I've been blindsided.
Oh, gosh.
I didn't know if you ask me out to drink water, it's a date.
But sometimes.
Sometimes it's a date. I didn't know that.
It is, Sharon.
So, but I'm new. I'm a baby to these things. But yeah, that's my
It's all a learning curve.
It's a learning. Yes, it's a learning.
Definitely.
But there's great people out there.
There are for sure. He will come.
Yeah. Oh no, I know that. And I needed to be ready. That's
Exactly.
why, I was like, I'm single. I wanted to travel alone. I wanted to sit and read books alone. I wanted to and I needed to do all of that. And I also wanted to be fair to when if I meet someone and they actually really like me, I want to be in the right headspace to not be thinking about, okay, I need to do this and Zane and survival. And I wanted to come into it fully ready and engaged and excited. So, yeah.
But I think also these honest and open conversations and transparency, yes, they resonate with dating, but I think even just in our normal friendships, we need to have those conversations and not just pretend like people don't exist because they've done something that you didn't like.
Yeah, but I used to be like that though. My immature side. I could pretend you did not exist.
Yeah.
Way back. Yeah. And that's why this healing journey, my immaturity, I wasn't ready to get married. Yeah. Regardless of what happened in my marriage, if I deep it, I was like, I was not mature enough to get married. I didn't fully know how God had designed marriage to be and the sacrifice that goes into it and the language and the level of maturity when it comes to communicating.
Yeah.
Now you see me talking to it, but that's taken work because I would be the type of like, I'm just going to block you out.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something that I've had to learn.
Yeah.
And I've gotten a lot better with it. I think I will tell you how I feel.
Yeah.
And I will watch your actions and then I will come to the conclusion of how I need to move accordingly for my peace.
Yeah.
But people are not talking about these things.
No, but I think also I think you guys touched upon it in the episode as well. Like you have friends for certain things and you just have to know that this friend is my brunch friend. This friend is the friend that I can pick up the phone and be like, oh, what are you doing? I'm at home. Okay, I'm coming round. And you can come round.
Friends that you can let in your house. Yeah, because that's rare in Dubai.
Exactly. Exactly. And you can just chill. And sometimes you don't even have to talk. You can just sit in silence and just be comfortable in that silence with that friend because you have that relationship with them.
Yes.
So I think you just have to know what type of friend this person is and not expect any more from them.
Yeah. But that takes also wisdom and discernment and maturity. Because some people, I think the lines get blurred where you've got a friend that you always go to brunch with, for example. I barely go to brunch. That's not me, right? But it's like you never go out. But anyway, and then you go through life and you're calling that friend up, expecting them to be the ones that will sit on your sofa and then not going to turn up and sit on your sofa. And then the disappointment and the hurt, and already you're emotional. So I think it's just having the wisdom to know actually there's different pockets and this is where that person sits and it's okay. You know, I've met, obviously I meet a lot of people and I'm so grateful that I've got people that I can say, hey, this conference is happening. Because I normally go to a lot of things alone, right? I just get up and go. But now there's people I'd be like, oh, I know they would enjoy coming as well. And we might meet at that conference and not meet until another event. And I'm okay with that as well. So you're completely right. I think it's having the wisdom and maturity to understand that there's different friends for different reasons. And not everyone is your friend.
Yeah, that
you have
too.
acquaintances and
That too.
they just need to be acquaintances. And that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. I know some deeper stuff. That's why she's like, next topic.
Next topic. Okay. What else do we want to touch upon? What else? What is next? Maybe that's the next topic.
What is next for me in life?
Oh,
gosh.
Generally.
Continuing building my relationship with God. I feel like it's I got baptized, last year, March? Yeah, last year, March, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that was such a big deal for me. It was so emotional, as you know. But I think it just allowed me to remember, like, he's my anchor for everything. And I don't want to lose that. And I want to continue to build on that. And I need to do better with surrendering things, because I can be really impatient and I can try to control and navigate things. And so I feel like definitely just continuing to have that relationship with God and understanding who he is and really trusting what he has for me in his time, because I'm impatient. So I think that's the thing, building on my faith. I think rebuilding my family. I've talked about this openly. I never would have thought I would talk about this openly, but yeah. But it's something I desire, and I know God has designed me to be purposeful and helpful as a wife. Like I'm not that type of person where I need to like date 1,000 people and I need attention and I need to go on multiple dates. When I find my person, I'm locked in. I'm loyal. I'm locked in. I want to build purpose. I want to be helpful to that person. I want that person to also see me as God has designed me and encourage me in the right way. So I know the beauty of like partnership. So I'd be lying to myself to try and block that out, because I did do that for some time. I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm okay by myself. But I think finding the right person to build with and them understanding and them also just being aligned on values and what God has designed marriage to be. That's why I would not, waste time in these dating streets, because it's a bigger purpose for me. But obviously you need to leave your house, which I understand. But anyway, that's for another time. So I think, doing that, continuing to parent Zane as best as I can, observing him, understanding what he will need at different chapters, different seasons, being present and still trying to do all the things that I want to achieve for myself. I think that's always going to be the challenge of navigating life in that way. I think also just continuing to remember, like, what has God put inside of me and what does I think God wants me to be challenged. I've learned through this season, he doesn't want me comfortable. Like, honestly, even with Let's Talk, I was like, no. And he's like, get up and open your mouth. I was like, no, get up and open your mouth. I'm exhausted. Get up and host your first event. Like, it was just like continuously like pushing me, but in the right way. Yeah. So I think I need to continue to see what he has put in me and what he wants me to do, and how he wants me to use my gifts and my purpose to help others. There's 1,000 projects, me, Anne. I'm like, we should do this. Let's do this. Yeah. How about this? I need like 20 of me. Yeah. But I get excited by that. I'm not a type of person to like not be productive.
Exactly.
So I think there's a lot. Like, I'm always like, sometimes when I can't sleep, I'll get on my phone and just write down the list of stuff. So there's always a lot of things that I need to do. But I think I equally need to be fair on myself as well. Continuing to learn to rest.
I was going to say.
Yeah, that bit.
Definitely. More of that.
That bit. I think, there's more of that. Obviously, Still Fat, who is a blessing. We've done a lot around feminine, masculine energy. And I'm trying a lot more to do better at that, asking for help.
Oh, yeah. I was literally about to say that.
Yeah. Well, how do you think I've done with that?
I think you've gotten better with accepting help when it's given to you.
Yeah, people offer.
When people offer it to you, I think you've gotten better with accepting it. But I don't think you're there yet in terms of asking for it.
You're right,
be like,
isn't
okay, I'm overwhelmed. What do I need help with? Who can help me? And just asking for the help.
Yeah. To be fair, I think that's right. I mean, I've done it in pockets, I think. I'm not like, Do you know what? And I think also I have to, self-awareness, I think I have to understand, why do I struggle with this? And I think it's maybe the fear of being disappointed or not being a burden on someone. I think initially it was like, I need to seem like I've got it all together, which is not the reality anymore. So that doesn't bother me. Yeah. But I'm like, I don't want to trouble someone else, because everyone has a lot, right? Yeah. Life is difficult and exhausting and all these things for everybody. So I don't take that for granted. And then I think it's like, what if they let me down? And I think that's probably past trauma, right? From my marriage, from the friendship dynamic that I had to let go of. So maybe that's what holds me back a bit.
What's the worst they can say is, no, actually, I'm really sorry on this. And it might just be on that occasion.
I don't even think it's the hearing the no. I think it's the people that say yes and then don't show up. It's like, okay, I'll be there. And you don't. Because I am that type of person. If I've committed to something, and I will tell you if I can't, I would say, I'm not perfect, but like at least 8 or 9 times out of 10, I am showing up for that person. So I think when I do, you know that already.
Yeah.
Yes.
No is your favorite word.
Yes. And if I
But
can't,
when
I
you
will
say
say
yes,
no.
yeah.
But when I say yes. But if
Yeah.
I can't, I'd rather say no than pretend.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel so bad. So I think people do that, right? So I think it's the ones that were like, yeah, I'll be there for you. And then you're like, oh, you didn't even call.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's also knowing who you ask, right? That's the wisdom of saying that person is not someone I can rely on.
Yeah.
But I do have people I can rely on.
Yeah.
And they will want to help me. And I just need to let them know when I need something.
Yeah, because sometimes also people don't want to feel like make you feel like they're intruding
So
by
right.
coming to
You're so right.
ask you
Yeah.
or offer.
Yeah.
So sometimes
Yeah, you're so right.
it's better for you. They would prefer for you to ask because then they feel like, oh, okay, maybe it's okay then.
You're so right. George,
Yeah.
you know, obviously when I met with him in London and he was like, I was saying something anyway. And he was like, yeah, but Sharon, like, that's quite a sensitive area. So maybe they don't want to seem like they're triggering you or like you're doing something wrong, hence why they're stepping in.
Exactly.
I didn't see it in that way. And he was like, yeah, you need to tell people where you give them permission to help you as well. So I think that was good, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh, George, you're so wise. If he watches this, my wise friend, George. But yeah, I need to get better at that as well. I can't assume that people know Sharon needs help today or Sharon's exhausted today. Yeah. So I'm trying to get better.
You are, to be fair.
But even saying no, this has been a journey.
Oh, no. Sharon says no for fun.
For fun. But I mean,
sometimes my friends will be like, oh, yeah, do you think Sharon will come? I'm like, no.
Thank you.
They're like, yeah, but maybe. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I'm like, don't even waste your time. Like, literally, don't bother. She's just going to say no. So I'm also learning the things that she definitely, there's no point asking Sharon because it's just not her. Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I love everybody. Yeah. But, you know, the things I'm saying no to, I love everybody, but no. The things I'm saying no to is like, I don't want to go out. You know, like, if it's an occasion, I will go out, you know, as well. I'll show up and I'll have a great time. I'll drink my water. I have one drink and I'm good because I'm not really a drinker either. Yeah. But equally, like, I know how tired I am.
Yes.
And if I'm putting my energy into let's talk and having to be up at whatever time, I don't, it's a no for me.
A no for
or I want to
me.
spend, you know, I know I need to get up early with Zane.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just a little bit of time I can sleep. I'm going to do that rather than go out.
Understandably.
But it's once in a while, right?
Yeah,
it's
but
balance.
then sometimes actually, I'll be surprised. I won't bother to ask you, but then I'll just, in conversation, I'll tell you about it. And then you'll be asking loads of questions. I'm like, oh, maybe she does want to come.
Yeah, there's sometimes maybe because obviously
once in a while.
I know obviously like life is short. You have to enjoy like your friendships and you need to enjoy spending time with people. And I need to get better at knowing that that's equally important as being productive and doing all the things as well. So, you know, when we did our girls trip and stuff like that, invite me. If I can travel, I'm down. I love traveling. But yeah, there's like, but I've had to learn that over time because I was a big people pleaser. I still have an element of it, but I think through maturity and like I'm an adult and I have a whole child. Like I can't be thinking about pleasing people all the time. It's not going to work. But I used to be a very big people pleaser in my teenage age, early 20s. So I've had to evolve as well and set my boundaries. So I think that's a big learning for me as well. And just be honest. Yeah. I'd rather say no and not show up than say I'm coming and then people are waiting for me. I think that's unfair. So I'm good at that. Yeah, I've enjoyed that.
Do we want to answer some of these questions?
Yeah, Podster have some questions. So as part of the Podster family session, because I am very much part of the Podster family, I'll just take a step back. Recorded the first episode 3 years ago when they had one studio in the BBC building. And now they've like expanded. Even this building is beautiful. Yeah. So I've been riding with Podster from the beginning. The founders are amazing. They've really helped me on my personal journey with Let's Talk and showing up at my live events. The team are fantastic. So yes, I'm glad they've got this family special. So we've got some questions. So shall I go first?
Go for it.
All right, let me pull one out.
Go for it.
Let me get two. All right, Anne. So, our family, let's see.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Okay, this is a good one. Who in the family are you most likely to go to for relationship advice?
Ooh.
There's a lot of us as well, though. We're a big family.
A big family. So it depends on what we're talking
Which
about.
group?
Yeah, which group or which part of the family.
Let's do our like DNA cousin sister group.
Cousin sister group.
Yeah.
Who would you go to for relationship advice or just advice in general?
No, who in the family are you most likely to go to for relationship advice?
Oh, I'd probably say you, to be honest.
I think you should say me too. Why would you say me?
Why would I say you? I think, especially now, I think with everything that you've been through, even though you're not in a relationship, you've grown a lot. You have learnt a lot. You've healed. You've been on that journey. And I think I can definitely see that you're more self-aware, which makes you also more aware of your own relationships from the past as well as now. So I think you're in a good position to still provide relationship advice.
Oh, wow. Do you know what? Well, I have done so much work to intentionally read. You know, I love sharing a podcast.
Yeah.
I just sent you one last night. I'm like, listen to this part of the podcast. So I am absorbed because we didn't get that, right? If we think about like growing up, it was like work, like do your studies, go to school, go to university and get married.
Get a job first.
Oh, get a job. Sorry. Of course. Yes. Because we had to be independent. Get a job and get married. Sorry. So that's the narrative we heard. There was no nuance of like, how do you find the right partner? How do you make sure you ask? And maybe also our parents' generation didn't know about that either. Because I'm like, why did I not ask these types of questions before I got married?
Yeah.
Why did I not go into like trauma, childhood stuff, like all the stuff that shapes us now, even for myself, you know, before getting married? Why did I not go through therapy or whatever it may take to really understand who am I going to be in that marriage? So I have done so much work to kind of study.
Yeah.
And study the Bible as well. Like, to be honest, I got married not even understanding like why God designed, like what he truly designed marriage to be and what my role as a wife should be as a Christian woman. I kind of heard surface level stuff. So I love sharing anything that I've learned, not because I'm an expert, but I think I've taken time to do better at that. Yeah.
But I think also our relationships with, say, the elders, our parents, was very different when we were younger. And maybe we didn't think to turn to them for relationship advice because, you know, you don't want to...
You don't talk to
have that conversation with your mother or your auntie or your whoever.
No, it's so awkward.
But, right?
Shouldn't be, but
exactly.
Yeah.
But now it's like, well, actually, and when I look back at some of the advice that like my mum gave me, I was like, wow, she knew what she was talking about.
But Auntie Irene, Auntie, listen, if there's one person that I will go to and speak about it and feel now as an adult, feel comfortable.
Exactly.
Oh no, your mum is a blessing with stuff like that. I think like she gives very transparent, level-headed advice. And I think it's just because we never felt comfortable enough to ask.
Exactly.
But I think now as we're adults and she's seen all nuances that we've been through, she wants to share. Yeah. So yeah, she's a blessing in that way.
Yeah.
My answer would be...
Yeah. Who would you go to?
Yeah, I might actually... Well, I'll definitely say you because of navigating... because I have, I'm still...
Because I'm in the trenches, Sharon. Just say it.
Yeah, okay. I didn't want to expose you. You say it. It's like, I'm not coming to talk about you. You tell what you want to tell, but I don't know a lot of stuff when it comes to dating. You know, I'm very traditional and I'm very kind of clear on my boundaries. And I know sometimes you're like, Sharon... You can't ask that or you can't say that and fine, whatever. And if it's a new person, I'm respectful of like, I'm not going to go into your business or whatever, but I will observe you. So I feel like your advice in regards to learning to be a bit more flexible or understanding what things actually mean. So if someone is asking you to go and drink water,
be drinking water. Yes.
I hear some people go on water dates. I don't know. Be prepared to know it could be a date where I'm like, oh no, they're really interested in this. And you're like, sure. So I think you're that kind of voice of like, wake up call, Sharon. Maybe this person likes you, or you'll see things that I don't see.
Yeah.
And then I'll come and say this and you're like, yeah. So yeah, you're my,
interesting.
Yeah. You're my wake up call.
Board. Yeah.
You're definitely my sounding board because, I'm learning. Okay, next question. What's one small thing I do that makes you feel loved?
Oh,
And we're not
that's so
emotional
cute.
people, are
I
we?
know, right?
Well, I am now. You're getting better.
Oh, thanks. Wow, the honesty. What's one? It's not even a small thing. I feel like you lift me up.
Oh,
Like Sharon is literally my cheerleader in anything that I'm doing or anything that I want to do. She's the one to be like, yeah, you can do it. When I'm like,
100.
oh, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, I don't know if I'm good enough. Oh, maybe there's so many people out there that can do the same thing. She's like, yeah, but they're not you.
And they're not you because you're much. You do
I am
things. No, I'm not even just saying that. It's because the way you execute and the level of quality and the way you like things is I thought I was picky. And I think nowadays, because there's 1,000 things, I'm a bit like, that's okay, it can still pass. You execute to like a different level, Anne. Like, I don't think you understand. You're much. And I love the muchness.
But yes, you still have the capacity to pour into me and others, not just me, even when you're going through your own stuff, and still able to lift me up and hold me up when I need it, when I didn't even know I needed it. So yeah, that's definitely...
Good. That brings me so much joy. You know, I love to see people win.
Yes.
Like, this is like, I swear, like, I'm designed to just, if I can help you, even if you're a stranger, and if I know someone, I'll connect you just like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I hear like that's not a thing, and some people is, but anyway,
Definitely.
but
At the first, was it the first Let's Talk or the second one? One of them, I remember talking to somebody and they were just like, yeah, like Sharon just, you know, she's just that connect, like that will just bring everyone together.
Oh.
And we were just standing there watching you, like going around talking to everybody and just like, oh yeah, this person, you know, this person's doing this and they're really amazing and they're doing this. And you're just that person that will just connect everyone together.
I want people to win, genuinely, honestly. And I think we need more people that want other people to win. It's important.
It's needed.
But yeah, but you're excellent. That's why. I mean, I'm not just cheerleading you. You are, listen, what you're going to build, I'm excited.
We're excited to see you two and what you are already building.
No, by God's grace.
Let me...
All right, my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Done a lot of talking, but hey, this is about you.
It's about us. It's supposed to be a family. I need to ask you some questions, I think.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh.
What is it?
It's so random. If our family had a Netflix show, what would it be called?
Oh, my goodness. We should probably do a show, actually. Hustlers. We work so hard. One thing, I'm so grateful that our parents, the elders instilled, we are hardworking people. I think that's one thing. Sometimes to our detriment because we don't know when to stop. But we work so hard, and I'm so grateful I'm around other family members that show what can be built. And even just looking at, you know, when we look around, uncles, aunties, this is what people have done. So we definitely are hard workers. I think we're very loyal to each other. I mean, we're a big family, so obviously I'm thinking about more immediate that we talk to day to day and stuff. But we're big. I think even if we don't see each other for a long time, the foundation of love and respect and wanting people to do well is there. Yeah. But yeah, maybe hustlers. But I think hustlers, like, not in a like, we work hard with like direction and clarity, not just for the sake of I'm going to do this, I'm going to pick up this. But yeah, we're grafters, our family. we definitely hardworking. Yeah.
Hustlers, love it. In one sentence, describe the home you grew up in. Oh gosh, okay. African.
That's it. those that are not African, what does that mean? It was seeing my parents working very hard. I think they've instilled that. And when people say, how do you do it all? I've seen my parents work really hard. They're not lazy people. Obviously, my dad's passed away. So I think I'm so grateful that they instilled that in us. I've worked from a legally young age, like a balance, like studying and working. So when people say, how do you work full time and do this and do this and do this? Because we've done it from a young age, right? Yeah. Our parents wanted to make sure we knew how to make our own money, look after our own money, do multiple things. But obviously education was like the thing. So I think that's given us that's allowed us to be able to multitask.
Yeah.
When I have to look back, because I get this question a lot. And sometimes I'm like, what's the big deal? Like, oh yeah, you can. Like you can do it. You have to sacrifice a lot and, you know, sometimes you're tired or whatever. But I think we've had the right grounding to know how to do multiple things from a young age.
Yeah.
There was, you know, there was love, but there wasn't love in the way maybe that I'm showing it to Zayn. Like, I mean, I tell Zayn how much I love him daily, and we compete. We do. I'm like, I love you more. No, I love you more. We never had that growing up, but there was love. There was love there for sure. And I think their love is showing how they provide for us, right?
Yes.
They work hard, they go to work so they can feed us, so they can clothe us, so we can have a better education, all the things, right? So I think through sacrifice, I think sacrificial love is what I saw growing up.
Yeah.
And I think that's important because obviously I'm now sacrificing a lot to be able to raise Zayn in the way that he deserves to be raised. And it was busy. You know, we're a big family. So when we came together, it was busy. It was lively. Around. It was, always people around. It was accepting of people. Even, I mean, when we moved out of London, so obviously I was in West London, then we moved to like the village. But our neighbours were our family. When I see how my parents hosted them, how they welcomed them, how they showed them our culture, how they would cook jollof rice, how they
Connie's food is still spoken about like in that village.
They love to entertain, but then also it showed me, especially my dad as well. Like Dad used to be an entertainment journalist way back because you know he loved music, he loved people. Yes. So I see that in me, the journalism side of me, the like, let's talk side. Even Zayn. Yeah. Zayn loves people, right? Yes. Chatty. Yes. He calls me the scientist of speaking, but he takes it to another.
He calls you the scientist
I was speaking to one mother at the school game. He was like, my mother is the scientist of speaking. But, okay. But yeah, you see all of that come through different generations. So I would say sacrificial love. I would say hard work, which has been instilled in all of us. That's why our show would be Hustlers, because we work hard. We're not lazy people. I would definitely say community. They welcomed people into the home. You know it, isn't it? We would be the ones sleeping on a blow-up bed because someone is coming to visit and they need to sleep on the bed, obviously, and we're the children. And or we'd all come together at Christmas and we find space and we make it work. And you know, I miss that to a degree because you don't get it in Dubai as much. I mean, there's us, but you don't get it in that way.
Definitely. Mum always told me that your dad and her like really were very intentional about making sure that we grew up together. This is why we were always coming to the village for our summers.
You're so right.
Like the whole summer we were there. Or at least for a good portion of the summer, but they knew what they were doing, and
we didn't realize that actually. But because now as adults you have to be so intentional. Like they're busy as well and they're working. I'm so grateful they did that.
Maintain these relationships as well.
That's why we are so close. I mean 30 plus years going strong. There's so many things where families drift apart and busyness and life, but I'm so grateful that they did that. You're right. So I'd say let me pick some more.
Good one, go for it.
All right, we'll do 2 more each.
Well,
okay. Oh, okay. How likely are you to bring a significant other home to meet us?
Oh, yeah,
you
never.
Have to. What do you mean? I'm like, that's not even a question.
Never. No, I'm joking. Obviously, with everything that we've all been through in this life, I think I've definitely seen the importance of bringing somebody around your family, because they're going to see things that you're not. They're going to ask the questions that you're not going to ask.
I will ask the questions.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So definitely first stop before it even gets to a point of anything serious is definitely they need to meet.
It's important. I think also it depends on what stage you are. Like for me, if you're new to me, I'm observing you and I'm observing your character, etc. And then if I feel like it's a safe space enough and that person equally does, then you need to, because family for us is such a big deal, you know? It's like we're around each other respectfully as well. I think we have our boundaries with people's relationships and knowing when to interject or when to keep our mouth shut. But I think because it's such a big part of who we are, is knowing that, and also understanding if family is important to that person as well and what their family dynamic is.
Yeah.
So,
and if they're going to fit into the family.
yes, yeah.
Very important.
But also, like, what do you do if they don't?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's it depends on what fit means, because some people are more reserved.
Yeah.
Our family are quite loud people in different pockets. So I think you have to understand give that person space to find their own groove.
And they don't have to be, they can still fit in without being loud and the same.
Yeah.
It's just accepting
that
this
is the family
how the
dynamic.
family is, and it's okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I think family's so important. I think that's one thing that I've also learned through my season of divorce and looking back to learn better lessons, like actually understanding what type of family dynamic, and without judging, because it's quite easy to judge and be like, oh, you grew up in this family. No, but understanding that family dynamic and how it impacts them now and how it may impact them when they get married, when they're a father, all of the things, because I didn't even think about that. And also like how respectful they are about family nuances and dynamics and stuff. So that's important. Yeah. Okay. What does our family deserve an award for? Our whole big old family.
Oh gosh. What does our family deserve an award for? Ooh. For enjoyment.
Oh, Anne. Yeah, okay.
Is that the wrong thing?
Well, no, I understand why you would say that.
We have fun together.
Oh, yes.
We know how to come together. We like to enjoy each other's company, and we can have a good time with just the family. I mean, we're big enough.
Yeah, they're big enough, yeah.
So, is that what they deserve an award for? Maybe.
Yeah, I think love and laughter is there.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think
there's a lot
so.
of love between us.
Yes.
And I think that's something that has been instilled in us from the very head of the family, from my granddad.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something that he made sure, he made sure to keep everybody together.
Yeah.
And that was very important to him.
That's good.
And made sure that was communicated down as well to each of his children's families.
Yes.
And then obviously down
just
to us
generations.
as well. Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
That's good.
So that's one thing. What else are we known for? I think education in some form or another was something that was always a big thing for us.
Yeah.
And you can see that come through now in terms of what everybody's doing. But funnily enough, my granddad, he didn't have a lot of education.
But he was more like entrepreneurial.
Yes,
though.
exactly.
Very
So
business
he
savvy.
learnt.
I mean, that's gone through generations now.
Yes,
Yeah.
he learnt, but equally he also knew the importance of it and knew that he wanted his children and his children's children
That's it.
to have that grounding, to have that background. So I think that's something that's definitely been instilled in all of us.
Yeah.
To a degree.
It is. Do you know what? I mean, without kind of stereotype, I think education and Africans in general, but I think also when you have like parents that have immigrated to a different country, they're definitely thinking of, I want my children now to have the best education because they know the starting point of where it can take them. So there's different nuances as to like why it becomes so important. But I think most African households, and I still have it, like I've got Zayn.
Yeah, like school, read.
Listen.
Read. What are you doing? Why are you not reading? The boy needs to learn.
He needs to learn. I like, his teacher the other day was like, oh, we're starting to do computer science. Zayn is 5, going to be 6. And she said it in front of Zayn because I think she was trying to back him up. And he was like, oh, he said to me he wasn't allowed to touch the iPad. He doesn't have an iPad. And she's like saying stuff to me. I was like, yes, we don't have an iPad at home because he needs to learn how to write his full 5 names. Okay? But in school, if this is part of the curriculum, then saying, yes, you can touch the iPad. And you see him grinning, thinking, see, mommy, you should buy me an iPad. But yeah, I think education is important, right? What you do with it. But I think also now being a new generation, I'm very much observing Zayn's talents because as we know, we're very creative people, but we went down very corporate, routes. And it's been a blessing to us. And I think it's given us the right discipline. We're very professional. Like anyone that deals with us knows we're professional. We deliver. We have high standards for ourselves. We want to make sure everyone has a great experience with whatever they're doing with us, all of this stuff, which has come from the right foundations of being, I believe, in those corporate environments. Yeah. And we know how to work hard and be respectful. But then equally, it's like we're actually very creative people. We have an idea, we can bring it to life. We've seen that, the works of our hands. So I'm also studying Zayn because he's very creative. I know that. He's very artistic and chatty. But I want him to have the right level of education. I want him to be disciplined in education and just have the discipline to focus and challenge your brain. And when things seem hard, know that you can do it still, but you need to take more time. Yeah. But I've got that African mum in me, yes. Yeah. I'm not going to lie.
I think now we need to look at education, not just in the traditional sense. Like you said, there's so many creative professions.
Yes, you're so right,
that we didn't have growing up. I think even in the UK now, like, there's so many different things that you can pick up for your GCSEs that we didn't have. Like even just media. Was that even an option?
No.
I can't remember.
Is it an option now?
Yeah, I think so. And like...
I'm learning.
Oh, I can't remember. My niece was telling me something.
Oh, right. Oh, it's changed a lot.
So you can pick up other stuff. And like all these young kids, they're like, I want to do real estate. I want to do interior design. I want to do stuff that, you didn't think of when we were in school that, actually, you could do this and have an amazing career and make lots of money. Our parents just thought, doctors,
accountants, lawyers,
exactly.
All the traditional
cool
roles.
Ones,
But that's a generational thing as well. And they're seen to be more kind of stable jobs, right? And it's a qualification you work hard towards. But I think I need to still be open-minded to be like, he's creative. Whatever talents God has given. We pray about this every morning. Because people are like, Mummy, you always pray over my talents. I was like, God has created you with this and this and this. And I just pray that he gives us the wisdom to know how to steward that. So I'm not so closed-minded, but I want him to know that whatever he chooses to do, he has to work and build and it has to be purposeful. But yes, education has been a big thing in our house.
I think the award would be for support.
Oh, yeah. I
think
that's a good one. Yeah, very supportive family.
Because no matter what we want to do, we're always supported.
Yes, Even when we pivot, because you think about like the different ideas we've had, you're right, actually.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And when people join the family, come into the family, like they're given the same level of support as any of us.
So right.
So yeah.
That's a good one. Support. We're blessed, I know not every family is perfect, but I think when we're doing this episode and reflecting, we're so fortunate that we have that because, it's not there for everyone. Yeah. All right, I've done 4. How many have you done?
I've done 2 only.
All right, let's do 2 more and then wrap
2,
up.
mate.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. What else do we have? Okay, finish the sentence. One small way I can better show up for our family is...
join the... enter the chat.
Enter the chat.
WhatsApp chat. I do not.
Yes.
Like these WhatsApp groups and you know me and my messages. I try.
You do try.
I think I've gone better.
You have.
I think, probably being more present on these kind of like WhatsApp chat groups and answering messages because I'm a disaster at that, but I try. And also, do you know what? I think it's also, I've had to check myself because I was like, whatever is important to you, truly, you find time for. Yeah. Like, we know that, right? Let's talk, saying, whatever, it may be work, whatever. So equally, it might seem like it's just a chat group, but people are trying to still connect and we're spread across so many different places and all the things. So I think my communication on that scale could be better. Do you know what? I think continuing to do what I'm doing, I'm challenging. I've definitely challenged status quo through Let's Talk DXB. But there was one auntie, and I think I wept when she sent me this voice note.
Oh gosh.
She was like, "Thank you." And this auntie has always been like the tough one, the tough, like, you don't mess with this auntie. Like, I thought she was going to see Let's Talk and be like, "Are you crazy? I disapprove." Like, all the things. She was like, "Thank you. I'm so proud of you."
Oh, wow.
Like, it's like I let down, like I was I was breaking down maybe the generational silence that I didn't know existed.
Yeah.
Because that message was more than just like, oh, well done for doing it. It was like, I felt it. Like she was like, thank you for speaking on behalf of maybe so many other women in the family. And I remember I got, without naming names, but, there'll be certain cousins that messaged me and their voice is trembling. And I'm like, whoa, they're going through some things because we don't talk. We don't talk. So I think, again, it goes back to, when people say, how are you doing all of this? Do you not get tired? The bigger purpose for me, and hopefully what it's doing for other people and our family, is why I want to make sure that I can continue to show up in that way. Because, it's beyond me, I think. Yeah.
I see that. For sure. No. Who is the best communicator in our family? What can we learn from them?
Oh, we don't really talk.
Stop it. Some people talk.
Some people do. Because the family's so big, I'm thinking like who, like what level are we? Okay, let's start with our more like cousin sister group. That would be me.
Yeah.
Without like being, no, but it would be. I mean, let's be honest. I'm like, I'm going to ask the questions. I'm going to talk. And because I've had to force myself to get to that place, and I'm encouraging us to do better, to share. And I think we're safe enough to. It's not everybody you speak to and share your business. I'm still very big on that. But I think, Auntie Irene, your mum is like, the conversations I've been able to have with her and just be like, wow, thank you so much. The wisdom and the honesty and just like the comfort.
Yeah.
It's like she comforts you through her words. For sure. I'm trying to go down the uncles, but
okay. It's okay.
It's okay. I think
we'll stick with the
We'll get with the aunties. Yeah. We're working on it. We're working on the dads and the uncles.
We are.
Yeah, that's a tough
on that
one.
front, was there somebody that maybe from the family that maybe said something that you weren't like you gave that example of something good that you weren't expecting? Did somebody say something? Did you say bad that maybe you weren't expecting?
What, during like divorce?
Yeah.
Or doing let's talk? Like me doing
divorce
anything?
Divorce and let's
No,
talk.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's them maybe out of their fear. Like traditionally, divorce is not a thing from a cultural standpoint, from a religious standpoint. So I think they could not understand what I was doing and why I would do that. Like why, which is fine. I know some people have watched probably or heard my story and been like, why do you need to get divorced over this?
Yeah.
And that's completely fine because everyone has their own breaking point. Some people watch the podcast and be like, oh, I would have been out ages ago learning about that journey. And for me, it was not a breaking point. So I respect everyone has their opinions, but I guess it's my life, right?
Yeah.
But I think more like just because they didn't understand it, it's a different generation. So I hold nothing against that. I think it's also like, how are you going to do this by yourself? Like, I know they know we're resourceful.
Yeah.
By God's grace, we've always been independent. We've been able to manage our households. Like, it's not, that side of things wasn't the big, like, you're not going to be able to eat. But equally, they know, like, any separation in the household and when there's one income, you navigate things differently, especially when there's a child. So I think they were operating out of, like, is she going to be okay? Versus maybe some of the comments were not helpful, but I think it was more out of concern versus, like, trying to be mean or upset me intentionally. So again, I hold nothing against it. I think when you go through life and you learn and you observe people and everyone's coming from their own traumas, everyone's coming from their own lived experiences, you apply wisdom, you take what you think is useful for you, you pray over certain things and you just move on. That's it.
That's my 2 questions done. So let's wrap it up, Sharon.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of people that have been in your position.
I still grieve that for people.
What would be a short message that you would give to those people that are still going through that maybe now?
Navigating divorce itself. I'm sorry. I think that's a word that you have, regardless of the dynamics, who chose to leave, who did. I'm sorry, because it's really painful. And it's not anything that anybody wishes on anyone. So I'm really sorry for that. And also, I don't know, because, like when I was going through it, everyone was like, you'll get through it. And I didn't want to hear that because I don't know if everyone else will get through it in the way that I got through it. And I'm still navigating life. I'm not saying I'm the perfect example, but I'm grateful for the journey that God has taken me on. So I don't want to give that, because everyone's breaking point is different. How I had to get out of bed is not the same way someone else is what they need to get out of bed. I'm sorry, and I'm hopeful for them, because I think there is still hope. If I'm applying my faith, I'm hopeful that there is a bigger purpose to all of this, and God will reveal that in what they're going through. I think that's it. It still grieves me, and I feel I'm still big on repentance and restoration. It didn't happen for me, but if there is a way to restore and repent and to get healing, I'm not leave your marriage, because it's such a special thing that God has created. So I always say, each person's journey, each person's story is different. But I'm sorry that whatever you're going through now is what you're going through.
Yeah. Well.
Wow. Anne came with the questions. There were some I was like, I'm going to have to go to post-production on this, because I'm not.
Wow, this is what happens. You want to drag me here? You're going to hear
You're going to go in. You're going to go in.
But hopefully my job is done, Sharon. We're not doing this in another 3 years. No,
every 3 years
not.
we check in.
I'm going back to the styling and the staging. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's 3 years on, and Afia Interiors. We come in, you need to do a let's talk and talk about what you've built, because what God is doing through you, honestly. And I just hope that because like I said, I didn't see who God created me to be. And I think it's taken this journey for me that's why I'm so clear on my no. I'm so clear on this is what I want for myself. I'm so clear of my peace of mind. I had to go through all of this to truly see that God's like, this is the respect you deserve, and this is the love you deserve. And until you get that, be okay, right? Yeah. But I just hope that you see what God has created in you, because I see it. That's why I get so excited. I'm like, what? So that's going to be our next Let's Talk. Yeah. And I'm so grateful for you, because I know this is not your thing. And I know you don't want to be on camera. And I know it. And I challenge you in this way. You do. But I'm grateful that you show up for me, and you give me space to do this, and you hold me accountable to keep on doing it as well.
Because I also know that, I see that this is your purpose, and this is what you were created to do. And definitely, I'm here for all of it.
Thank you.
So let's see.
Our family special.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. We're done. I'm going to buy you lunch.
Thanks.
Let's Talk DXB. Real conversations by real people.